New details this morning on the deaths of Fast and Furious star Paul Walker and his friend killed in a fiery car accident over the weekend.
Hello and welcome back to the Hollywood Drifter YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a heartbreaking one. We'll be discussing the terrifying last minutes of one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, Paul Walker. In addition to his roles in the Fast and Furious franchise, Paul was a car enthusiast. On November 30th, 2013, he tragically passed away in a car accident while attending a charity event in Santa Clarita, California.
We have confirmed 2 DOA.
This morning, new details in the joyride that ended in a fiery crash taking actor Paul Walker's life. The driver, Walker's friend, Roger Rodas, was a pro racer with championship titles to his name.
This is not his first time driving a car like this.
Right. That's why I'm shocked. He's driven cars faster than this.
The world was shocked and devastated by the news, and today we'll be discussing what really happened during the last moments of his life. Paul Walker's passion for cars was well known, and he had a collection of exotic vehicles that he loved to drive. He was attending a charity event called Reach Out Worldwide on the day of the accident, which was organized to raise funds for the victims of Typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines. Paul was accompanied by his friend Roger Rodas, who was a professional race car driver and also the CEO of an aftermarket automotive parts company called Always Evolving. Towards the end of the charity event, Paul and Roger took off in a red Porsche Carrera GT, one of Paul's favorite cars. They had promised the crowd they were only going for a quick ride around the block and would be right back. According to eyewitnesses, the car was traveling at high speed and lost control, hitting a tree and bursting into flames.
They pulled out of the parking lot slow.
Jim Torp spoke to both men just before they rode off. The crash happened in a business park just a few blocks away, minutes after they left.
What was the last thing you heard Paul say?
Hey, I'll be right back in 5 minutes. That was the last words I heard.
They struck a tree and a pole. Both men pronounced dead on the scene. The mangled car unrecognizable, the pole bent in two.
The accident occurred in a residential area where the speed limit was only 45 miles per hour. Given the horror of the crash, many believe Paul must have been killed instantly. But his autopsy, however, revealed a heartbreaking fact. Traces of soot were found in Paul's windpipe, meaning he'd still been breathing as the fire raged. Paul's daughter Meadow filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Porsche, claiming her father initially survived the crash and could have escaped, but was trapped by his seatbelt. According to the lawsuit, Paul was alive for 1 minute and 20 seconds after impact, but couldn't get out because the seatbelt snapped Walker's torso with thousands of pounds of force, thereby breaking his ribs and pelvis. The accident was so violent that it left a 150-foot skid mark on the road, and debris from the car was scattered over a large area. Paul and Roger's bodies were burned beyond recognition. Emergency responders arrived, as well as friends from the charity event ran to the scene within minutes of the accident, but it was too late to save Paul and Roger. The car was completely destroyed, and the flames were so intense that it took firefighters over an hour to extinguish them. After the accident, an investigation was launched to determine the cause of the crash. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department investigated the accident and concluded that the primary cause was excessive speed. The car was traveling between 80 and 93 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone, which was a significant factor in the crash. The investigation also found that the car's tires were over 9 years old, well beyond their recommended lifespan. The tires had also been improperly installed, with the rear tires being replaced with different tires that were not recommended by Porsche. The combination of these factors made the car difficult to control and contributed to the crash. The investigation revealed that there were no drugs or alcohol involved in the accident. It was also discovered that Paul and Roger were wearing seat belts at the time of the crash. However, stunt experts are theorizing the crash could have been caused by road bumps, plastic road markers that caused the car to hydroplane when the tires hit. This, along with high speeds, was likely a major factor in the fatal crash. The investigation took several months to complete, and the findings were devastating for Paul's family, friends, and fans. In conclusion, the last minutes of Paul Walker was a tragic end to the life of a talented and beloved actor. The details of the accident reveal the dangers of driving at excessive speeds and the importance of proper vehicle maintenance. While his death was a devastating loss, his legacy lives on through his many great Hollywood films he left behind. We hope that this video serves as a reminder to prioritize safety and responsible driving, and to always remember the impact that Paul Walker had on the world. The Hollywood Drifter channel would like to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, we hope to see you again next time.